Hi,
Hi,
nice to see you.
thank you. Nice to see you too, teacher.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty fine. And you?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. It's been a weird couple of hours. I had a Spanish class last hour. Um,
Oh, really? Do you teach Spanish too, or did you take it as a student?
no, I usually teach Spanish to people in person, but not on Verbling, because it's
Uh,
not my first language. But I didn't
uh-huh.
have any English students, and somebody trying to learn Spanish came to class, so it was a little bit odd, but it was okay.
I see. Well, we always learn something from new experiences. So,
That's very true. Very true. And so what have you been doing for the past couple of hours?
um, well, I made a cake and
Nice.
and was going to get ready to go out with my husband. We were going to a concert of a very popular singer here in Brazil, but we just saw in the news that he's sick and the concert was postponed. So now we don't have anything to do.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. That must have been
Yeah.
something you. How long were you looking forward to going to the concert?
Uh, Not too long, about 10 days. We already had the tickets, but no problem. We are going to wait for his new schedule,
Okay.
and we're looking forward to his next concert, to going to his
Yeah,
next concert.
that'll be fun. Cool. And Mario, welcome to class again as well. Mario, how are you doing? Hey Mario, can you hear me? Mario, it looks like your microphone is muted. I'm not sure what's up. Um, but okay. And so, Helena, what are you going to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow, um, I'll probably have lunch with my mother and my husband too, of course, but we'll go out to have lunch at a nice restaurant.
Okay, awesome. That'll be fun. And awesome. Let's go and get started with today's topic then. And so, Helena, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Okay, technology. Today we will talk about what kinds of technology we use most often, what technology will be like in the future, and how technology affects and will affect the future.
Nice, perfectly done. And Mario, can you hear me now? Can you hear? And remember, your microphone is muted. All right. Well, just let me know if you'd like to participate, Mario. Helena, can you read the first sentence or the first question and answer it?
Okay. Uh, what type of technology do you use most often in your daily life? Most certainly, daily, I use a smartphone.
Okay, I use a smartphone.
I use a smartphone
Okay, awesome. And what do you use it for?
for everything. We from, of course, making calls to taking pictures and listening to music and using it as an alarm clock and surfing the web and we cannot live without smartphones anymore. That's a huge addiction to everyone.
Okay, anymore. They're a huge addiction to everyone. Perfect, good answer. Um, they're a huge addiction to everyone. They're a huge addiction
To
for everyone. I think we'd say
Okay.
they're a huge addiction for everyone. Yeah, we'd use the for instead of two there, Helena. But that was good. It's really close.
Okay.
Nice, good grammar. What about the next question, Elena? Can you read and answer that question?
If you could invent a new technology or gadget, what would you create? Mm. Oh, I don't know. I think everybody already invented everything there is to be invented in the world. A new gadget. I'm not that creative.
A new gadget.
I, I have no idea, teacher.
Okay. Creative. I've actually got a good quotation for you.
Mm,
Uh, Hold on. Sorry, I gotta look this one up because this is a good one.
okay.
Um, Maybe not. Um, Sorry. Never mind. There's a politician in the United States who's really famous in like the
Mhm.
1900s, the early 1900s, for saying that all technology has already been invented and there's never going to be anything new, which is
Oh,
funny.
really? In the
He-
1900s?
Yeah, I think it was like the late 1800s or the early
Wow.
1900s. It was just a really funny quotation because he was like immediately proven quite
So,
wrong.
we can see how important it is to be creative and to have vision, to see ahead, to be able to see ahead of your time, because
Yeah.
I don't have visibility, but I I recognize it's something very important. If everybody was just like me, we would be stuck in the 1900s. We would
Yeah,
still be
probably.
stuck in the 1900s.
Doing lots of farming, I think. But good. Awesome. And yeah, really perspective. And what about the last question?
How do you think technology will change in the future?
Another
Uh,
imagination one.
yeah, but future and technology. Um, when we talk about technology, future is next month or next year. Things change so fast that we cannot we cannot imagine how things are going to be in a decade or 20 years so quickly.
Nice.
Okay, but I think that computers will get smaller, smartphones will get more powerful. We're going to get more and more addicted to technology, and Google is is going to be everybody's religion. People's new God, when you want to know something, when you want anything, you ask Google. You don't ask God or whoever you believe anymore. You just Google it, and that's all.
Nice. That was good. A really good point. And really good grammar too. Your
Thank you.
fluency looks really good. Um, one small thing, the adverb though,
Okay.
quickly.
Quickly.
So things change so fast. That's something that most native speakers will say even. So it's not a huge error. But
Uh-huh.
to be grammatically correct, we'd have to say quickly because they change quickly. It's
Yeah,
modifying. It's modifying
a verb.
a verb. Um,
So
but yeah.
fast is an adjective, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Really good job. And so clearly you know your grammar as well. But do you have any questions on this page?
No, not really. But do you have any ideas for new gadgets?
Do I have any ideas? I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, New gadgets.
It's
Maybe
hard,
some.
isn't it?
It is really hard. Maybe like a teleportation machine. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool gadget. I'd like to be able to teleport myself somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Instant translators would be good too. Um, So if you could,
Translators.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Do you
yeah,
think it would be possible? I think language is something so complex that I don't think a machine would be able to do it just like a human. Well, maybe I'm still stuck in the 1900s, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
that that would be good. That well, um, foreign language teachers would be unemployed.
yeah, I'd struggle probably, but
Yeah.
yeah, it could be good. Um, yeah, very interesting. Anyways, any other points you've got to make?
Hmm, no, not really.
Okay. Can you think of any other gadgets that you might invent now?
No, but I really loved your idea about how can I say that the first one you said, teacher, the transportation. What's the name? You said
A
get it.
teleportation machine.
Tele. How can I write it? Teleportation. Okay, teleportation machine. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be. Get
Well,
to
if you
somewhere really.
create it, you let me know because I'll be the first one to download it.
Yeah, just an app on your smartphone, teleport.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome application. Um, yeah, good. Um, okay, and so yeah, let's go on to the next page then.
Okay.
And can you read the first four words?
First form. Um, technologically savvy. I don't know that word. Innovation, advance, and breakthrough.
Good. And what do you think that technologically savvy means? What do you think it might mean?
Savvy. I don't know. Advanced. I have no idea. Savvy.
Like
Ed-
educated,
educated. Okay.
or knowledgeable.
All right.
And can you repeat educated one more time?
Educated.
Nice.
Edu- educated. Educated.
Educated.
Educated. Educated. Okay.
Yeah, educated. Okay. And do you understand the rest of those first four words?
Breakthrough. I don't.
Okay. What do you think it might mean?
Something new?
Yeah, so it could be something new.
Yeah.
Think about, so when you have advances, maybe make a little drawing here. So like you have walls. So there's the whole period maybe that we have before light or before electricity. Before electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have like the light bulb, which would be a breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And then so then we have the area of the light bulb, and then there's another breakthrough later. So it's like a big step forward that starts like a whole new era of something. So maybe cell phones in the 1990s was a breakthrough that's continued being renovated on. So we're still in like the cell phone era. And then maybe
Mm-hmm.
smartphones was another breakthrough.
Right.
So just like really big step forward.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Um, all right. And so what about the next four words?
Mm. IT, information technology, state of the art, gadget, and appliance.
Yeah, good. And so do you have any questions about any of those words?
Uh, in my mother language, we say state of the art to relate to something that is really new. Is that the same in English?
Yeah, it's the same in English for sure.
Okay.
State of the art. Um, any others?
No, the rest is okay. Information technologies, like the rest are all right. Yeah, of course, a
Yeah.
lot of words. That's like an area of study.
Mm-hmm.
where you graduate in IT, something like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so can you choose one of these words and can you write a sentence in the chat box? Or actually, even you could just say a sentence using one of these words.
Okay. Um, I I downloaded a new gadget. I downloaded a new gadget to my smartphone. In my smartphone, what's the preposition I should use here?
To my smartphone.
To.
You could also say on. I downloaded a new gadget
On.
on my smartphone.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, all those would work. And so it looks like Ahmed. Ahmed, welcome to class. Ahmed, how are you doing? Ahmed, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. How are you, teacher?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
perfect. And again, welcome to class. Ahmed, do you have any questions about any of these words before we move on?
Savavi? What is Savavi?
Savvy, savvy. And so, Helena, can you explain savvy?
Savvy is someone educated, in this case, in technology.
Yeah. So technologically savvy is just somebody who knows how to like manage technology. Does that make sense, Ahmed?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Ahmed. Can you read the first sentence and fill in the gap with the correct word?
Sometimes simpler forms of technology are more effective than outdated solutions that can be less reliable.
Yeah, nice job. Outdated solutions that can be less reliable. Okay, and Helena, can you try the next one?
One difficulty for consumers is that if they invest in new technology, it may quickly become blank or obsolete, outdated.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfect. Outdated
Okay.
or obsolete. Um, and so what about the next one, Ahmed?
The the generation has a considerable advantage. People from generation who sometimes find it difficult to adapt to new technology.
Okay, that
Digital
sounds
native.
yeah. Digital native. Can you repeat digital native generation?
Digital native generation.
Good. And what about the next one, Helena?
Not everyone, however, is equally enthusiastic about these advances, and some technophobes even refuse to own a mobile phone.
Yeah, really good job. Really good pronunciation as well. And Ahmed, what about the next one?
One example of how new technology can harm more traditional industries is the negative impact cutting edge are having on old-fashioned publishing.
Not quite. Um, is there a different answer that you think might work?
Ebooks,
Ebooks, yeah, ebooks. And traditional industries. Can you repeat traditional industries?
traditional industries,
Yeah, and old-fashioned publishing. Can you repeat old-fashioned publishing?
old-fashioned publishing.
Nice, good job. Okay, and this next one, Helena, can you try the next one?
This can be seen now. Oh, this can be seen by how in just 20 years most people expect to have an internet connection and are disappointed if it's not broadband.
Perfect. Nice job. And so, do either of you have any questions on this page? Any questions?
No.
I have a question. What is the meaning of cutting edge in the sentence?
Cutting edge. Can you explain what cutting edge is, Helena?
We didn't use it, did we?
I don't think so.
No. Edge is, I'm not quite sure. Okay, teacher, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Edge is a limit, right? So
Yeah.
cutting edge is something that is right on the edge, or something that's changing something's or someone's boundary. I don't know. I'm just making something up here.
I think that's really good. So something that's like really new, pushing a boundary. I think that's really good. Yeah, for sure. Pushing a boundary in technology.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Ahmed?
Yes, so cutting edge, this is something is new and new technology, and maybe it is produces the limit.
It's, pardon? It pushes the limit, yes.
Yeah. So it proceeds the limit.
I'm not sure that last thing that you said.
Proceed the limit. So it is maybe reach the limit and go further than the limit.
Okay, advances. It advances the limits, or pushes the limits is what we'd say. So we'd either say advances or pushes. I'm not sure really the word that you're using. I'm sorry. Maybe if you write it in the chat box, that would help.
Okay.
Okay. But good. And Elise, how are you doing?
Hi, Joshua. I'm fine. And
Nice.
you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, good. And let's go on to the next page. And so let's actually get... Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to delete that. And Elise, can you read this quotation?
Okay. Quotation, read and discuss. The jobs that the robots will leave for humans will be those that require thought and knowledge. In other words, only the best educated humans will complete these machines and the education systems in the US and much of the rest of the world are still sitting students in rows and columns, teaching them to keep quiet and memorize what is told to them, preparing them for life in a 20th century factory.
Good.
Vice magazine.
Yeah, and so it's a quotation from a magazine. And Ahmed, what do you think about this quotation?
Maybe I don't think the robot will be more intelligent than human. So it is still a machine.
Okay, so you don't think the machines will become more intelligent than humans? Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. What do you think the quotation is trying to say? What do you think it's trying to say? Or maybe Helena, what about you? What do you think this is trying to say?
I think it means that robots will demand humans to be more intelligent than most people are nowadays. At least more prepared to deal with better machines, better robots. Not that they're going to be more intelligent than us, but we will have to be more prepared and more intelligent to deal with them, to create and keep and live with them and work with them too.
Nice. So machines and the advances in machines will force humans to become more intelligent, maybe more educated. Yeah, I think that's good. Just maybe a different choice of verb, force.
Okay.
Or you could even say encourage if you don't want to be as forceful. But good. I think that's good. Elise, what about you? What do you think? Maybe about the second part of it. What do you think about the second part of this?
Okay. The second part is about it's something to describe the education systems. Probably.
Okay, so it's described.
It tells us that education and traditional learning methods are still very important.
Okay,
Is that true?
Yeah, sort of. I'm not sure if it's a encouraging traditional education. Maybe what does it mean preparing them for life in a 20th century factory? What's that part of the sentence trying to say? What's it mean, Elise? So what century are we in?
21st. Okay, so that means their methods are out of date because it is more suitable for last century, not the 21st century.
Exactly. I think that's exactly right. Perfect. I think you've gotten the point of this quotation. Ahmed, do you have anything to add? Do you have anything to add about this quotation?
No, I don't have anything. So,
Okay. And do any of you have any questions on this?
Me, teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have questions. I just want to say something. I completely agree with this second part. I'm a teacher in Brazil, and this is exactly what happens. I just think this is a project. This is not something that is going the wrong way. People who is in power want
People who are in power.
People who are in power want poor people to be prepared just to work in a factory, in an old-fashioned factory, or at McDonald's or Subway restaurants,
Yeah.
So this is exactly what happens, and I want to add this observation. This is not a mistake. I think it's a mistake, but it's not happening by just like oh, it's going the wrong way. No, this is a um, very organized project to keep social differences the way they are, you know,
Okay. To maintain.
to maintain the social economical differences the way they are, just to keep things the way they are, the status quo the way it is.
Okay. Nice. Really good point. Really
Oh,
sad.
wait.
Yeah,
Hi,
really
Teresa.
saddening.
Oh, sorry, haven't finished. And hi, teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with it to some extent. Yeah, even though it is seen that the old traditional education systems are out of date. However, I think even though in today's, in modern society, some of the old ways are still, still useful. For example, yes, we have a lot of advanced technology, advanced machines. However, if you don't have any knowledge in your mind, okay, all these ways through a system, just like you have to be taught and you have to memorize some formulas in order to use them. So I think we still have to, to learn it, to use it to some extent. Of course, it's not only copy and paste. You don't use it, you don't, then that is not right. For example, if you want to be a doctor, if you don't, if you don't sit in column and memorize all this skeleton anatomy, all this physiopathology, then when you use a robot to do the surgery, you don't know which part to cut. So I
Yeah.
think it's still very essential to memorize some kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's still essential to memorize things. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a good point too. Really good. Anything else? Does anybody else have anything to add? Okay. Really good discussion, guys. That was awesome. And both of you, great grammar as well, expressing your thoughts. Okay. And Elise, can you ask Ahmed this first question?
Hi, Ahmed. Do you think technology will eliminate blue-collar jobs?
Yeah. No, I think we high at beginning. Then I think we still need blue collar job because technology will not eliminate this kind of job. So we can use technology in some kind, but there is some sort of job we have to have people to do it.
Okay. Maybe that we'll always need people to do them.
Yes.
Good. And so, Ahmed, can you read what a blue-collar job is? Can you just read the definition down here for Mario?
In the US, a blue-collar worker is a working-class person who perform manual labor.
Yeah, so maybe like electrician or a car repairman, something like that. That's a blue-collar job. Okay, good. And Ahmed, can you ask Helena the next question?
Yeah. How else will technology shape the job market in the future?
Well, I think technology will, how can I say that? I'm sorry. Will try to substitute human manual labor. It won't be totally successful, but it will keep on growing, as it is nowadays.
Okay, as it is nowadays. Okay, really good. Um, I think that's a good point, and well said. Your grammar still looks good. Um, okay, Elise, what about you? Do you agree or do you disagree?
What else? Yes, I agree with Helena.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add?
What else will technology shape the job market? In my opinion, I believe yeah, there will be more and more automations and more advanced technologies. So there will be fewer labor powers in the job market compared to the present.
Okay. Okay, cool. I don't know the last thing you said. And come back to the present?
Compared. But anyway,
Compared.
it's already yeah, in the future. No need. No.
Nice, nice. Okay, that's really good. And Ahmed, do you have anything else to add? Do you have anything else to add, Ahmed? Okay. Okay. And so let's go to the next page. Ahmed, can you read this first paragraph? Ahmed, can you hear me? Maybe Helena, can you read the first paragraph?
Science fiction writers like Jules Verne have always written about incredible scientific advances, like submarines and space travel, years before such things were thought possible.
Good. And can you ask Elise the first question?
Elise, when you were a child, what science fiction technologies did you think you would see by 2014?
Oh well, that's a tough question. Yeah, I've never thought that one. Well, when I was a child, I was always thinking that one day probably the humans, us, I mean, human, we would be able to travel to the moon, you know, by space shot. Then we might be able to see all kinds of different kind of Disneyland there, which is really different from the ones on the Earth. Yeah, it's a little bit funny. That's all.
Okay. So a lot more space travel, for sure. Cool. What about you, Ahmad? What kinds of science fiction technologies did you think you would see? Ah, Ahmad's no longer. Helena, what about you?
I thought there would be flying cars everywhere.
Nice, everywhere. Yeah, I think I was thinking the flying cars thing as well. Okay, good. Elise, can you ask Helena the next question?
Hi, Helena. Do you
Hi.
think that science fiction writers influence the advances of technology? Why or why not?
Well, I don't think they influence the advances, but technology. But technology. I don't think
Technology.
technology. All right.
Good. Sorry.
I I don't think they influence directly the advances, but I think they they are food for thought. You know, maybe the science. Oh, what was the word with the savvy word? The techno.
Maybe technologically savvy people.
Yeah, the technologically savvy people from yesterday read their books, and that in a way was a kind of food for their thoughts, but they don't. That's why I say they don't influence directly. They influence someone's minds to create something. So in a way, they kind of foresee the future, but they don't directly influence because they don't create technology. Technology, right?
Good. I think that's great. Really perfect. Elise, do you agree or do you disagree?
I agree with Helena's thinking, because I believe that all these science fiction writers, their thinkings are based on the current technology. On top of that, they have some kind of imagination, to put into the fictions, which might inspire the scientists or other, research people, to open their mind to think more. But however, I don't think it directly influenced the advances in technology.
Nice. Open their minds. Good. I think that's a great answer from both of you. Really good job. Okay, do either of you have any questions on this page? Any questions?
No.
Okay, perfect. And so let's go on to the next page. And let's have Elise, can you play the old man? And let's have Helena, can you play the young man?
I know what I'm thinking about. I have thirsty areas in this industry.
How does that help you understand technology that is 6 months old in a youth-oriented culture? Please don't hit me with your modem.
Nice, good job. Elise, can you repeat 30 years?
Where?
Right at the beginning.
Sorry, just now I saw wrongly. 30 years.
Yeah, good. Good, and so Helena, can you ask Elise the first question?
What does this comic say about technology and jobs?
Give me a moment. Let me digest it.
Yeah.
Okay. This comic says that the old man who is working about 30 years in the industry, which makes him think that he has better understanding in technology. However, the young man is telling the old man that because the technology is only about 6 months old, and it doesn't matter how many years of experience in that industry. So when the young man asks the old man back, the old man is unable to answer.
Yeah, nice. Really good job. I think that's awesome. I changed a couple of things. Can you repeat your answer one more time?
Let me digest it. Okay, this comic says that the old man, who has been working in the industry for 30 years, thinking that he understands technology better. However, the young man is saying that because technology is only 6 months old, it doesn't matter how much experience one has.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. That was a really great answer. Has been working. The present perfect progressive is difficult. But I think that's when we'd use it in this case. Other than that, I mean, really good answer. Your grammar is great. And so, Elise, can you ask Helena the next question?
How important do you think experience? How important do you think experience in your job is in your job? Explain.
Well, I'm a teacher, so experience is very important to help me deal with students' problems and to evaluate them. But technology is important in my job as well, especially because I teach teenagers and all they care about is technology. So if I don't understand and I'm not a part of this world, I'm going to be outdated.
Nice. Really good answer. Not a part of this world, you're going to become outdated. I think that's really good. Good grammar, too. Really good answer. I wouldn't change very much at all. Do either of you have any questions on this page?
No.
No.
Okay, good. Let's go on to the last page, which is not there. Okay. So let's go back and let's take a look at these words one more time. And so can each of you choose a word? And can you write a sentence in the chat box using that word? We can correct them. Nice, Elise. And Helena, just let me know when you've written your new one.
Okay.
Okay, but Elise, can you read your sentence?
I just moved to my new house and I bought lots of modern appliances.
Good. Appliances. Can you repeat?
Appliances.
Nice.
When I go shopping, I like to buy all kinds of gadgets.
Perfect. Those are both really, really good. I wouldn't change any of those. And Helena, I can't see your sentence. I want.
I don't know if I can
Okay.
use state-of-the-art to iPhones, but
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah,
that's perfect. Yeah, for sure. Can you read that out loud?
I went to Apple Store and bought a state-of-the-art iPhone.
We're only missing an article. That's the only thing that's missing.
And but I stay.
I went to
I
the
want and I bought. Is it?
Apple Store.
I went to the Apple Store. Okay.
But good, and so we're just out of time. It looks like somebody's got somebody who's a little bit anxious too. But really good job in class. You guys did a wonderful job. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon, and have a really good evening or day.
Thank you, teacher. See you soon.
Thank you, Joshua. When
You're
is your
welcome.
next class?
Tomorrow at 10 in the morning, so about 12 hours from now. What time is it right now? So,
Okay.
yeah, about 10 hours from now. 9
All
hours
right,
from now.
teacher.
Okay.
See you again. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.